6 WWE championships, 4 WrestleMania main events, saved the entire company from going under, and all of it happened with a broken neck. So let me ask you something. What happens if Owen Hart never botched that Piledriver at SummerSlam 1997? What if Stone Cold gets the career he was supposed to have? Let's talk about it. Alright, so the people who don't know, or the people who think they know, let me set the stage. August 3rd, 1997, SummerSlam. Stone Cold versus Owen Hart for the Intercontinental Championship. Austin is on fire at this point. The Austin 316 promo was a year earlier. The Bret Hart feud is white hot. The man is about to become the biggest thing in wrestling. And then Owens picks him up for a sit-out piledriver. And Austin's head, instead of being tucked safe, drops about 6 to 8 inches below Owens' legs. Owens spikes him. He was temporarily paralyzed in that ring. Could not feel anything from his neck down. He had to crawl, using his forearms to roll Owen up for the pin. If you watch the footage back, Austin's holding that belt up, but look at his eyes. Lights are on, nobody's home. His words, not mine. Now here's the thing the casual fan doesn't realize. Austin did not break his neck. He's corrected that on his podcast multiple times. It was a bruised spinal column, but the damage was real. The nerve issues, the spinal stenosis that developed, the fact that he could never take a bump the same way again. That piledriver didn't end his career that night, but it set a clock on it. A clock that ran out at WrestleMania 19 against The Rock in 2003. 6 years, that's all we got. And by the way, here's an insane piece of irony that almost nobody talks about 5 years before Owen hurt Austin. Austin himself broke the neck of Masahiro Kono with the exact same move, a piledriver. Same situation, wrestling is wild, man. Okay, so let's build this alternate universe. In the real timeline, Austin came back after about 3 or 4 months, but he was never the same physically. He switched from being a technical wrestler because, make no mistake, stunning Steve Austin could go in the ring, to being a straight up brawler. Punches, kicks, stunners, that's it. And honestly, it worked. The brawling style became iconic, but that's a limitation, not a choice. In our what if timeline, a healthy Austin still has the technical game. Picture Stone Cold in 1998, 1999, 2000. But now he can do the longer, more physical matches without his body breaking down. The Vince McMahon feud, even bigger. The Rock rivalry, those WrestleMania matches go from great to 5-star classics because Austin isn't protecting his neck every single bump. And here's where the butterfly effect really kicks in. Austin's heel turn in WrestleMania 17 in 2001, aligning with Vince McMahon, a lot of people believe that happened because Austin's body was failing, and they needed to shake things up creatively. If he's healthy, maybe that turn never happens. Maybe Austin stays the biggest babyface in wrestling for another 2 or 3 years. And if Austin doesn't turn heel in 2001, the entire invasion angle plays out differently. Think about that. And hear me out. Quick side note. Bret Hart told the story about how after the injury, he told Owen, "You gotta call Steve." And Owen just didn't.
Owen Hart never called me after he pile drove me and injured me. I heard that his brother Bret kept telling him to call me, but we never connected. Did I hate Owen? No, that's just the business and we weren't really friends to start with. Did I want to work with him after that? No, I didn't. I didn't want to do business with him again. Right or wrong, that's how I felt. Sometimes I wonder how it could have happened. As good a technical wrestler as Owen was, he should have known that he needed to drop to his knees, not his ass, to protect my neck. When he didn't call me at my house afterwards, that kind of pissed me off a little bit. It was like, hey, if I damn near paralyzed someone, I'd be calling them every damn day of the week.
Alright, let's talk gold. In reality, Stone Cold won the WWE Championship 6 times. 6. Now, John Cena's got 17. Ric Flair got 16. Triple H has 14. But Austin, with a broken neck and a 6-year window, still won it 6 times and was the biggest draw in every single one of those reigns. So if he's healthy, if he's wrestling form 97 all the way through, let's say 2005 or 2006, which is reasonable. The Rock was 32 when he slowed down. Austin was 38 when he retired. You're adding at minimum 3 to 4 more years of peak Austin. In what universe does he not win at least 4 more world titles in that stretch? We're talking 10, maybe 11 championship reigns easily. And the WrestleManias, Austin main evented WrestleMania 14, 15, and 17. He missed WrestleMania 16's main event. That was Rock versus Austin, but Rock won the Rumble. A healthy Austin could have headlined WrestleMania 20, 21, maybe even 22. Imagine Stone Cold versus Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 20 in Madison Square Garden. You got Austin, Lesnar closing the show. The roof comes off the Garden. On WrestleMania 21, Austin versus a young John Cena for the passing of the torch. Instead of Cena JBL, which, let's be honest, was not exactly a classic. You get Cena versus Austin. In what universe does that not do historic business? Here's the thing that really gets me. In 2002, he actually wanted Austin to work a program with Brock Lesnar, a King of the Ring match, and Austin walked out. Straight up walked out on the company. Now, there were a lot of reasons for that, creative frustration, personal issues, but a big part of it was Austin's body. He didn't want to put over Brock in a nothing match on free TV when his body could barely handle it. If he's healthy, that match happens, and it's probably a WrestleMania program, not a throwaway. If you're rolling with me on this alternate timeline, do me a favor, smash that like button, and if you're not subscribed, come on now. We're heading into 316 days soon. Subscribe and let's get into it. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. And this is the part nobody talks about. If Stone Cold is healthy and still the top guy through 2003 through 2005, who doesn't get their spot? On Cena, think about it. Cena's rise started in 2004-2005. He wins his first WWE Championship at WrestleMania 21. But if Austin is still there, still the top babyface, does Cena get that push when he did? Or does he have to wait? Does Cena become a mid-carder for 2 more years while Austin runs the main event? Batista, same thing. Batista's big evolution breakout in 2005, does that happen on the same timeline if Austin is the SmackDown main eventer? And here's the wildest one, The Rock. Rocky left for Hollywood full-time around 2002-2003. Part of that was because wrestling had Austin and Rock at the top, and there was only so much room. But if Austin is healthy and stays, does Rock leave even earlier? Does he leave later because the competition keeps him motivated? The whole landscape of WWE from 2003 to 2006 looks completely different. And I'll take it one step further. TNA Wrestling launched in 2002. In the real world, there was never a chance Austin was going there. But in our timeline, what if WWE screws Austin over? What if there's a contract dispute? Imagine Stone Cold Steve Austin showing up in the Impact Zone in 2004. You think that company stays small? No chance. That's a legitimate number 2 promotion overnight. And you know what's crazy? Austin himself said on his podcast that he still watches the SummerSlam 97 footage. Not obsessively anymore, but he watches it to keep things in perspective. He said, I consider myself really lucky. So here's my final answer. If Stone Cold Steve Austin never gets injured at SummerSlam 97, I believe we're looking at a career that runs from 1996 to at least 2005, maybe 2006. You're looking at 10 plus world title reigns, 5 or 6 WrestleMania main events. The heel turn either never happens or happens on Austin's own terms at the right time. John Cena's rise gets delayed by 2 years, The Rock might stick around longer, and wrestling as a whole stays hotter. Longer because Austin was the Attitude Era. When he broke down, the era ended. Simple as that. But you know what? We got 6 years. And in those 6 years, with a broken neck, working at 60% capacity, Stone Cold Steve Austin became the biggest star in the history of professional wrestling. And 23 years after his last match, Nobody has come close. Soon, it will be 316 Day. And I want to know, do you agree with the alternate timeline? How many world titles does a healthy Austin win? Drop your number in the comments. I'm reading every single one, and if you think I'm wrong, fight me down there too. Let's debate. And hey, thank you for watching. I mean that. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe to the Arrow Stream. We've got 316 Day content dropping more that you do not want to miss. I'll see you there.